सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
Which keep quiet. Jungkook will kill me if Uma Appa wake up. J-Hope put his hand on his mouth. J-Hope, they confirmed. Yes, sir. Now go before Jungkook cancels my car too, he said, opening the door for him. Ignoring moving out. You will not be dead by now if Jungkook was not here. They heard him groan behind him, making him laugh. Meanwhile, Jungkook froze watching him laugh, looking just like a prince with black coat wrapped around him. They stooped the moment his eyes met with him, clad in trouser and t-shirt. With messed up hair, he was making their heart go crazy. Love, let's go. We are getting late. Jungkook grabbed his hand, moving toward his car, coming to the terrace, more like spell of his beauty. Late? Where we are going, Jungkook? It's very late. We can go tomorrow. While he made him set his seatbelt. Shh, don't speak. He stopped there by placing his finger on his lips, sincerely making him glub, placing a quick kiss on his temple. He closed the door, coming to his side. Jungkook, where are we going? They asked for almost time, looking at him driving the car, pretending he was not there. Jungkook, they open his mouth again, but be cut off. They shut up already. You'll know when we reach. He ended up shout on him, frustrated by the tension in the car, only to realize a second later. They. He started. No response. Love. My life. He took his hand in his, making they suppress a smile. People are offended, he asked, placing his hand on his lap, still not leaving it. They tried to free his hand, but he tied his grip, in return making his stomach turn beautifully. People will not even talk now, he inquiring, again in his husky tone. You are very bad, they complained, making him laugh loudly. I know, he replied, kissing the back of his hand, looking into eyes, making him blush. They looked forward while driving. They murmured, looking down. As you wish, love, he said, focusing on the road. Now, leave my hand already. They whispered, trying to free his hand. Never. He started making his grip strong on his hand. Jungkook, why are you blindfolded me? What if I fall? They asked, moving her head. Jungkook spotted him by his waist. Life, I will not let you fall. Keep walking, he told him, securing his hold around his waist. Where are we? They inquired curiously. You will know, he replied, making him pout. Now, he said, removing the cloth from his eyes. Wherever he jumped a place, a hand on his mouth. Jungkook, this is so beautiful. They screamed, looking at the breathtaking display of fireworks in front of his eyes. He was mad for fireworks. Happy birthday and happy anniversary, my life. He wished him as he felt his heart swell at the sign in front of him. He stayed laughing and jumping with happiness, showing his charming smile. How he wished to keep his smile all his life. His memory floated to the day he became his wife. His life. Flashback. After he had accepted for eternity, it didn't seem to be on earth. The beautiful smile on his face showed how happy he was. He had requested his aunt to let him see his bride for a moment, and he had accepted. How could feel his heart coming out from his chest, with the longing of feeling him, touching him without any boundaries. He sure was flying with contented hands. Knocking once on the door, he entered the room to be spellbound by the angel sitting on his bed, stroking his hand with his soft, delicate fingers. They looking gorgeous in white dress, pulling his heart with every sound they made. Yet he looked beautiful, indeed a natural beauty he was. He thanked God for writing his day in his fate. Taeyong, he whispered slightly, sitting on his knees in front of him, making him yelp in shock, moving back a bit. You look stunning, my life. He praised him, looking into his emerald eyes, wherever they could feel his hand trembling while he was holding his. He had never been so close to him, and never had been so polite with him. Heck, they was damn confused by his behavior. Was he drunk? Maybe he hit his head. Am I dreaming? They has various questions in his mind but could not ask any. My life, Jungkook murmured, kissing his forehead, his lips lingering there, feeling him for the first time ever, and he didn't want to move back. They smelled so addictive. His strawberry scent was muddling his thoughts. Taking a deep breath, they moved back, looking into his hypnotizing eyes. I love you, Dee. I love you so much you can't imagine. I've been loving you since so long. I've waited for this day my whole life. When you become mine, all of you. They confessed, cupping his face in his hand, still on his knees. They lowered his eyes, not able to meet his loving gaze. They could hear his own heart beating fast as hell. His breath started to become sorrow by his clothes. I'm so happy today, my life. They heard him whispered on his eyes, kissing them lightly, not wanting to startle him, but he already was. Started by all means. Standing up, he went toward the table, bringing flower bangles placed on the table which they had removed, gloaming a few minutes earlier. Give me your hand. He ordered him forward his own hand, sitting beside him. I. They tried to refuse, but he grabbed his hand from his lap, making the gaps. His tiny hands fit perfectly in his big ones. Jungkook make him wear that bangles. God, what happened to him? Why he's behaving so strange? Done. Now you look like my bride. He grinned, looking at his hand. Their moment got disturbed by a knock on the door. Jungkook groaned and opened the door with an expressionless face. Jungkook, you. That Uma told me to give this food to Tae. Jihook shuddered at the deadly look Jungkook was giving, holding a tray of food in his hand. Give it to me. I'll feed him. He spoke, taking the tray, closing the door on his face. Thank goodness, I survived. Jungkook huffed on his several. He was not eaten yet. He asked, sitting beside him, putting the tray in his lap. I was not hungry, they replied. They, why you are so careless? What if you get sick? Jungkook scolded him lovingly. Here, open your mouth. He brought the spoon full of fries in front of him, giving him surprise on surprise. I will eat later. They refused, looking away. They, I said, open your mouth, he ordered in a cool tone, making him open up at once. I'm full. They stopped him after 3 or 4 bites. No, you are not. He started, still feeding him like a baby. After making him finish the whole plate, he made him drink water, wiping his face with his handkerchief, placing back on his pocket. They, look at me. Jungkook made him look into his eyes by grabbing his chin. I'm leaving tomorrow. I know. Will you miss me? I don't know. He shuddered on his question out of the blue. But I will. You will my life. Everything seems meaningless when I can't see you. He poured his feeling out with honey dripping from his tone. I'm leaving my heart with you. Take care of it, okay?